How cool is this? An old wine barrel. You see people upcycling them all the time into cool-looking furniture. And that's given me an idea to turn this one into a chair, but not your obvious wine barrel shape. I'm going to start by stripping this one apart. There's no glue or screw holding these together. It's all on the way that the timber has been shaped, and then these metal hoops create tension to hold it all together and seal it up. So as I'm taking these straps off, it's going to release the tension and this wine barrel will just pop open. Now, you can pick wine barrels like this up from all over the place. I was lucky enough to find this one from Bunnings, and the best part about it is because I'm stripping it down, I'm very excited to smell what was inside the barrel. And this barrel is made out of American oak, so the furniture is going to look beautiful. Definitely some red wine, maybe a hint of bourbon. Oh, that smells beautiful. Nice. Just one more smell. Now the wine barrel's stripped apart, the next step is to sand all the pieces, because out of one barrel, I'll get one side table and one chair. Everything's sanded and it's time to start setting out the chair. Now a standard chair is about 400 mil off the ground, so put a mark there, and then I want an armrest, so I'll go a couple of hundred higher than that and put another mark. All right, for the depth of the chair, I want it to go back 400. So if I measure from that line, 400 mil. And then I want the chair to be falling back on an angle, so it gives a comfortable feel when you're sitting down. That means on the back, I'll come up about 300 mil. Now, they're all the standard measurements. Now I'll get the actual pieces, and you can see that each one is curved, and I'm going to make these curves work for me. I'll sit them in place, and I'll line them up with the marks that I've put on. Then I can get the natural contour of the wine barrel. See how this chair is going to come together. Now, this is one side. I need to make two of them. And because I've traced it out here, the next step is basically just to mark where my junctions are and cut the angles. With all the pieces cut, now I can just pre-drill and screw it all together. And to support the back slats, I'm just putting a mid-rail and a top rail on. And also, that will support our armrests. And I'm just using a tenon saw to cut off the excess timber. When you're cutting it, it smells delicious. To strengthen it up and tie this front together, I need to put a piece across here. But the problem is we've got a gap there and a gap there, and I'll use a jigsaw to cut it out. To strengthen all these joints up, I'm going to be putting a dowel in. I've just made up this stopper block, so I've got the right amount of drill bits sticking out. That way, it doesn't pop out the other end. The dowel is also going to give this chair a bit more detail. Well, I'm very happy with the way this chair has come up, but before I finish it and put a sealer on it, I want to make sure that I use all the pieces out of the wine barrel. So I'm going to make a side table, starting with the top. So to laminate them together, I'm just going to be using some PVA glue and a clamp, and then I'll put a couple of cleats on the back with some screws in them. And for the frame, it's the same process as we've used for the chair. The only difference is I've kept these grooves at the top because that is what's going to hold our tabletop. Just slip in. Oh, look how rich that red is. And when you're working with timber with so much character, you definitely don't want to be painting this. The clear coat is all it needs. You can see that the red from inside that barrel, it just pops. It is beautiful. Oh my Lord, look at it. It's a thing of beauty. And with a trip to the hardware store, I've got this beautiful, solid American oak on-trend furniture. And it was made all from one wine barrel. All that's left for me to do now is to enjoy it the way it was meant to be.